Wait, the finger mix were good! It means it's live! One more time! There you go. I love this guy. Love these guys. Welcome to Music Theater Philosophy! Season 2 is the season of the local band shirt. This one is called White Collar Caddy. They're probably not a band anymore. I played with them at a Battle of the Bands a few years back. Have you guys ever played a Battle of the Bands?
No.
We should.
We surely should.
Yeah, we probably should.
I have a hate relationship with Battle of the Bands. Because when they put it on, you think you've seen the movies, right?
Yeah.
You win. You're the best.
Oh.
But that never happens. The worst band usually wins because they pay a lot of people to be there.
Yeah.
Stupid. Right. But these guys were good, and
That's good, yeah.
they were good. It's just random stuff to think about and everything. You guys are too good for Battle of the Bands.
Don't lie.
Oh, come on.
I want it!
Come on.
I've never lied once in my life. Never once. I did lie once. That was a lie as well, actually. That's good. Gone Before Us is our guest today. Give it up on Instagram. Give it up on YouTube. Love these guys. Big fans. Big fans. You guys bring so much energy and excitement to the stage.
Appreciate it.
I'm not just saying this. I think the best in the valley. I do. You bring the most. You bring the most. I'll challenge any of you. I'll fight any of you.
Hey. Give me.
Don't pull it out.
I'll put it out.
No, hey, Smitty!
No, you.
Oh, reverse.
Okay.
I love that. That was nice. That was a nice prop. Man, no one's ever brought props to my show before. I'm loving this, guys.
We bring the energy.
Come strapped to the prop. Okay, guys, how long have you guys been together?
About 2 years,
now.
yeah.
2 years. How did you guys meet?
Oh god. Jesus.
Oh, that's a long story.
All right, we got time.
Here.
We got time. We got nothing.
Okay,
You
so
start.
when I first moved here, I went to this school called Basis Mesa.
Love it.
And that's where I met Ethan. I sat next to him in math class one day,
You
and
got
I
this
annoyed
handsome
him
guy.
so much that we became friends.
I love it. That's
Yeah.
a true story.
Yeah, this is a true story.
It's
That's
a true
it.
story.
100%
100%
true.
true.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
And
Sit
then,
down next to- what class was it?
It was math. It was
It's
math.
math.
Algebra 1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Algebra 1.
I hate algebra.
Letters?
Math is stupid.
Math?
I hate math.
Does anybody here like math?
No.
A little bit.
Okay, there we
We
go.
found the nerd.
Shut up.
Smart. You're gonna be my boss someday. That's great.
Oh.
Okay. Anyway, sorry. Continue. You guys met math class.
And then we've been talking about being in a band since we first started met. We were like, how cool it'd be to play music, and
Yes.
then it took about 6 years, but we finally decided to actually do something about it.
Oh,
And then you explain the story of how they were introduced.
Oh, okay. So, I met Charlie freshman year of high school.
Love it.
Lab biology. I came in the classroom, sat down, decided that this wasn't a cool place to sit down. So I moved over to a different table, and Mr. Herman just happened to be there. And we just talked a little
Mr.
bit. I kind of hated him.
Mister.
A little bit. I kind of hated him. At
Why
first.
did you hate him?
He was just annoying.
No, he's not. He's handsome as shit. I mean, crap.
Hey!
That was my rule. I said no swearing. I broke it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
The whole it's ruined now.
sorry.
Yeah,
It's
restart.
ruined. Gotta restart.
We're
Okay,
sorry.
keep going. Sorry. Keep going.
So,
Oh yeah, you go.
first day of school, freshman year, I sit down, lab bio. My whole plan was I'm gonna sit next to the cool kids.
Yes.
I'm gonna be a cool kid, so I
Yes.
do that.
Yes.
And then, as more kids enter the room, the cool kids are looking at each other. They're doing the math in their head. There's not enough room at the table, so they leave. Just me at this table. Also,
No.
Ethan comes along. I did not like that. He sat down,
You
and
like that one with the cool kid.
Ethan isn't cool.
No.
I don't
Ethan is
remember.
cool.
I don't remember talking to him at all.
No.
And it wasn't until the next year when I sat in front of him in world history.
Okay.
He kept on talking about this band as if I cared.
What was the bet? Was it a local?
No,
group or
okay,
was it
no.
a big
So
band?
before Logan and I had a band called Aberrant.
It was bad.
It was pretty bad.
It was really bad.
But
Aberrant?
it's
Yeah.
where
It's a dope name though.
nothing. Well, it was taken, but
Ah!
but it was where we originally wrote the original draft, and we can show you this later because it
Yes.
sounds totally different. Of If You Don't Mind.
Yeah,
No
me and
way.
Ethan wrote If You Don't
We
Mind.
wrote If You Don't Mind.
If you haven't listened to If You Don't Mind, this is a later question I was going to bring up anyways, but you just got to go into it. It is my favorite song off that
Oh,
album. You guys
oh,
killed it. It's so good.
Thank you.
But I
Thank
mean,
you.
I listen to it. I listen to the album often.
Really?
I
Oh,
listen to it a
wow.
lot today to just get freshened up, and
Oh,
it's so
Appreciate
good.
it. We
Thank
Me,
you,
appreciate
man.
it.
Thank
that
you so
drum, the drum fills that you're doing in me,
Oh, I appreciate it.
it's dope. It's so good, and you're shredding all the time, man.
No, don't lie.
No, I'm not. I got a lot of questions about it. Sorry, keep going, if you don't mind.
Okay.
That's the first time you guys
If
wrote.
you don't mind. So yeah, Aberrant turned out to be terrible.
Then public access.
So
started.
no, that was
Oh,
later. That was
oh,
later.
Yeah.
So then I was telling Charlie all throughout world history about Aberrant, and then he was showing me like his lo-fi beats to relax and pee to. So so he was like showing me that, and we were just like exchanging music until one day, Aberrant just wasn't doing well, and I know Charlie was in a band that wasn't like doing so hot either.
Yes.
So my family was going out to Mexican food, and he I don't remember how the conversation started, but
I was at Italian food, and I was like hitting him up, asking him if he can record drums for me. Cause,
Yes.
oh yeah.
I like drums.
Yes.
I don't have a drum kit. Well, I do, but I just couldn't record that.
Yeah.
I hit him up, and then later, he invites me out to practice. I don't know how to play any stringed instrument, but
Keep it going. We're fine.
Someone's here.
Let's keep going.
okay. So they just gave me a bass to play.
Yeah.
I guess I played bass that day.
No way.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
was,
just
was
picked
that
it
the
up.
first time
He's a prodigy too. He picked it up quick.
Yeah.
Don't
Are
lie.
you serious? That was the first time you'd play.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
Did you? Did you just look at it and go, okay, I kind of get how this goes?
Like we said, he's a smart man.
You
Yeah.
were
He's
very
smart.
3,000 IQ.
3,000
3,000.
IQ.
It's over 2,000.
And Smitty just kind of phased into Ethan's room one
Okay.
day.
Okay,
Okay, so,
Just like,
so
oh,
basically,
hey.
are
Yeah,
you
yeah.
gonna tell?
You can tell
Okay,
it.
so
You can say
me and Mr. Herman over here, we were on the same hockey team for
Yeah.
our school Campo Verde, and
Love it.
one day I was talking to our goalie Jake about just like the band Tool, and Charlie was like, "Nah, bro, Tool sucks. Listen to King Crimson. That's real prog." And I was like, "Bro, I love King Crimson." And then like
Don't get
from
me
there
wrong.
we kind of
Love
like
King Crimson.
King
I
Crimson.
love
Yeah.
King Crimson.
He's good.
me too.
He's good.
Anyway, so
Cream
we
Crimson.
just kind of we realized we shared musical interests, and
Yes.
one day, it was the next day after that, I got to school and I was introduced to Mr. Ethan, saw Charlie there, and our friend Zach, and our then singer Eric,
Yeah.
and basically like
Rest in
a
peace.
few
Eric.
days after that we practiced for the first time, and wasn't terrible. We jammed Pink Floyd for like the first time.
I did
That
not
was
like
fun.
Smitty when I first met him.
I didn't
No.
like
Oh,
it.
I didn't like
Like-
Smitty either that much.
Yeah. Well, it's because I was really into heavy metal at the time, and you guys weren't. And I was like, "Nah, bro, we gotta play Slayer, bro." And Logan was like, he just wrote "If You Don't Mind," basically. And I was like, "This isn't
Not
it."
for me.
But then basically we played after. It was after our first show at LFPA when I really started
Oh
I
man.
really started getting into the band because this man showed me Jank, and my
Oh,
my life was
great
never
band.
the same
Great band.
after that.
We
Listen to
converted. Listen to
Listen.
Jank.
Listen to Jank.
Jank, listen to him.
And he also showed me American football, which also
Mhm,
changed
I think we're kind of responsible for him not being a metalhead.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
basically.
We
And,
totally changed
You
Smitty.
changed
Yeah,
it.
no,
Yeah.
Metalhead
You
Smitty
changed the
sucks.
course.
Metalhead
The
Smitty
butterfly.
sucked.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
made
Metalhead
Metalhead.
Smitty sucked. I would honestly like beat the crap out of him if I could.
I would.
Like
too.
I genuinely
I'd beat
think
the crap out
Metalhead
of you
Smitty.
right
Hey,
now.
turn the cameras off. We gotta beat up Smitty.
We
real
gotta
quick.
do it. We're gonna be right back. Wait, we don't have commercial
We
breaks.
hate
Keep it
Smitty.
going.
We hate Smitty.
Ah, man, don't say that. Don't say
That was a big meme
It's
for a
okay.
while in the band.
It still is.
Yeah.
And it's not a joke. It's
not a joke. Meme.
What are you talking about?
It's not dead. It's still gone. Okay, I want to play the first game. We're gonna continue with the story of Gone Before Us. But first, we're gonna play a game. We're getting Lance over here. Everybody, give it up for McQueen. Get it There you go.
God.
I've got the game is. We're gonna see how tight you guys are now. It seems like you know each other pretty well. And oh no, you keep all the pieces. of paper.
Oh, okay, okay.
I didn't explain that at all. You keep in this one.
I'm keeping up.
Yep, and then this will go to you, and this will go to you. There we go.
All right, all right.
There you go. Okay,
Ah, you get none.
I'm going to. I'm gonna give you some. I'm gonna give you.
I like red anyway.
I'm gonna read off some questions, and you're gonna answer who you think the best in the band is at this thing. We're getting to know them.
God.
I'm getting to know them. There we go. Okay. Okay. Which member takes the longest time to get ready for a show? Prep-wise.
Oh man.
Prep-wise. Getting in the zone,
Oh,
dressing,
crap.
who takes
I
the
can
longest?
see that, Logan. I can see that.
It's tough.
Lance doesn't know who these people at all. Not at all. First time he's met.
It's tough.
Okay, 1, 2,
Wait, I
3.
haven't even written
Oh, you haven't realized? Okay, hold up.
Okay, let's put someone down. Whatever.
Just put somebody down.
Who'd you put? Oh god.
Put somebody down.
All right.
I think we gotta explain this after.
Okay,
All right.
ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Smitty.
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 Ethan. Smitty. Logan for Lance. Don't know why he said.
Don't know.
Throw it out. Yes. Okay. Round 1. Who got the most votes? Raise
Smitty.
your hand.
Smitty.
Okay. Whoever wins this, whoever gets the most votes overall, gets the prize today.
Oh.
Look at this gas mask.
Oh.
Are you allowed to vote for
What's the
yourself?
prize?
You can't vote for. No, you can't vote for. Well, if it's
wait.
true, then you can vote for yourself.
Okay.
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 Who is the funniest member of the group? The funniest.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt, who is the funniest of the group?
Oh god.
Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, flip it. Who won? Charlie,
Charlie.
Smith,
Yeah, it looks like Charlie.
Smitty, Charles, me. Lance, you're not even in the group. Get out of here. Charlie wins.
Yeah.
Charlie wins.
Charlie,
Love
I
it.
really am.
Okay.
Gotta lie.
Smitty's not
In
funny.
every
I'm
group,
not-
there's an alpha. The leader of the group. Who is the leader of the group?
leader.
Oh.
The leader of the
Ah.
The leader.
The leader?
Okay.
This is
Okay,
how we
well,
establish
The leader.
dominance.
I'm gonna have to lie on this one.
I'm gonna have to lie on this
Yeah.
one.
Oh, crap.
Okay, you ready? Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm
You
ready.
seem ready across the board. 1, 2, 3, switch it.
Okay.
Definitely Logan. Ethan, Jesus.
Jesus.
Wait,
It's a
it's
tie.
it's split 2 and 2.
It's split 2 and 2.
Something's
We got
gonna
enough,
have
we'll
to
get-
happen here.
Someone's gonna have to
We
have
gotta
it.
change
We're gonna
some
have to.
opinions.
We're gonna have to.
Someone's gonna have to die.
Rock, paper, scissors it. You ready? Between the two. Whoever wins first.
Ready?
You guys count it out.
1, 2, 3, go.
Wait. On shoot?
On
On-
shoot.
okay,
On shoot.
On
Yeah.
shoot.
Please.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
No!
What can I say?
Ethan's
What
leading
can I say?
A leader move.
What
That's
can
a
I
leader
say?
move.
What can I say?
Come through the clock. Okay,
Sure.
here we go. Who is the most handsome in the group?
Oh.
Who's the most handsome?
Oh, okay.
I'm happy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. This is tough. I love all my homies so
You
much.
love all of them? It's okay. I'm not saying you're gonna take them home and bed them. I'm just saying you think they're handsome.
Can we
Well,
put
that's still a possibility.
Can we
Let's not write that off.
previous band members?
All right. Are you ready?
Wait, no, I'm not ready.
No, you're not ready. Okay, we got time.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, go! Charlie. Dean! Oh! Logan! I love it. Get out of town. Logan wins. Get out of town, you guys.
What are you
Okay.
guys trying to say?
We got one more
What are you guys trying
question.
to say?
If we've used all the piece of paper, and I think we have, just flip one over.
Okay.
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 This
Okay,
is a,
okay.
it's a weird question, I get it.
Oh man.
If you had to spoon with one male celebrity, who would you spoon
Oh!
with?
One male celebrity.
It's
Ah.
it has to be a man.
Do you count?
I don't count.
Do we
Thank you.
count?
Did we count?
You don't count either.
Ah,
Bro,
that-
It's got to be a male
All right.
celebrity.
Oh.
See if you can all get the same one.
Oh god.
If you can all get the same one, bonus
John
point.
Travolta.
Oh. What era is
Oh,
John
oh, oh,
Travolta?
actually.
Okay.
Oh.
I gotta think really hard on this one.
For the grand pride, the pride of Patty's Pub. You ready?
No.
Nope, we got it. Just a second. All right, 1, 2, 3. Samuel L. Jackson, Brad Pitt, Danny DeVito.
Sam Jackson.
And Sam Jackson. Sam Jackson wins. Woo! Who wants it? I can't remember.
I want it.
Oh. No,
Here, no.
Wait, actually.
Wait, no, here.
Give it
you
to-
take. You
Give it to
take it.
Smith.
You take.
I really don't deserve it. Sorry.
You gotta put it
You're
on.
right. You don't, but.
Oh, we got another thing. We can give you another one. It's all good.
Oh yeah.
Let's go ahead and ask me.
Let's see, if your life could be any movie, what would it be?
Oh.
Ooh.
Probably Scott Pilgrim
Shaft.
versus the World because I
Love
do
it.
like goth
We
jokes.
got Shaft.
Shaft.
Obviously. You know what I want to see? Michael Cera play Shaft.
Oh,
I'd
that
pay
would
to
be
see it.
amazing.
All right, what do you got?
Oh.
Okay.
I would be
Oh,
in
Charlie should wear
Give it
that.
to
Kinda
Charlie.
like-
Give
Come
it
on.
to Charlie.
But
Well, you're Batman now, so I guess.
I
it's-
have to be in Batman. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna put this on though.
You don't have to.
My life had to be a movie, Pulp Fiction.
I know where that mask has been.
I want to be
It's
the
a
one
weird
who
role
dies.
play
So,
stuff.
so
You
pretty
gotta be
kinky
Marvin.
stuff.
oh man, I shot Marvin in the face.
I shot him in the face, man.
I
You
think
must
I
have
would
hit a
live in
bug or something.
I think I would live in Bug's life.
Ooh, a Bug's Life. That'd be a good one. That'd be a good one. Yeah.
Magnificent Seven with bugs. What's not to love?
What's not to love about it? Oh, where were we on the story? We stopped for a second.
We
I
didn't.
think it's when
I
we all
joined
met.
the band and was really
Yes.
starting
We didn't get
like,
to
You
public
just
access.
switched to...
No, we got to public.
Oh no no.
Wait, real quick though.
Yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
got you some presents, Steve.
Oh!
Oh
Before guys,
yeah,
open
come
these up.
on.
I'm
We
gonna
want you to
open,
open these up.
I'm gonna open
Yeah.
these up. Look at these. So many presents!
Oh
I
my
know.
god.
You know how you get to be my favorite guest? You get me stuff.
Okay.
There we go. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited. Get out of town.
Did you get them bionicles?
Oh! No way! VHS tape. The Virginian!
Yeah!
Woman! And Diane Lane. Okay, here's the thing about Diane Lane. I would put Diane Lane up against any woman. Ever. Even old Diane Lane. I would take her. She's a big. Just look at her. Just take a second.
Ooh.
Gaze.
Ooh. Ooh.
Gaze. Here we go. Next one.
Next one. Next one.
Here we go. Next two. Okay, I'm thinking. Oh, it sounds like a guitar. Apollo 13! Oh, I love this movie! No, guys, I just need a VHS player and I'm good. That's it. If I had. Oh, Apollo 13! Apollo 13! I have two of them!
Wait a minute. One of those actually looks like a VHS player.
Wait a sec, this does look like a VHS player. Hold on the phone. Let's see what it is. It's Apollo 13! I bet this one's the Virginian. It's Apollo!
Yeah!
Where did you find all these? Apollo 13. Here we go. Let's see. There's no way. There's no way. It's Apollo 13!
Hey, drum roll, drum roll, drum roll.
Drum roll.
It's Apollo 13! I love it, guys. Thank you so much.
Of course, of course. Smitty's not gonna stop
I
laughing.
love it. We got ghost peppers. You want one?
I'm good.
No, okay, I'm good. We'll save that for after the show. Okay, thank you guys so much.
Of course, of
I've
course.
never seen such
You know,
kindness in all my life.
We're really happy to be here with
I
you right
love
now.
you
We
guys.
wanted to show our appreciation.
Okay,
Okay.
we're gonna
Okay.
stop for a second. We're gonna talk about we're plugging the show. When is your next show?
Ooh, it's actually this Friday, August 16th at 7:30 p.m. at Sozo's Coffee House. We have the beautiful Dean opening for us. Our set starts at 8 o'clock, and it's going to be the best show that's ever happened in Arizona,
In
and you
Arizona.
should be there.
Of all time, I love the confidence, and I think it's true. I think it's true, and that's why
And-
I'm pointing to all three cameras.
If you go, you get a free hug from a GVU member of your choice. Or even Dean, if
I
you
will
really
give you a
want
hug.
that.
I'm jumping in on this.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
jumping
oh, yeah.
in on it. I'm jumping in on this. Okay, we're back to the story. It's like a Quentin Tarantino movie. We're popping in and out of things.
Yeah.
Yes. Did you see the new?
Oh,
Quentin Tarantino?
yes.
Yes.
We did.
Did you love it?
Oh yeah.
I didn't love it.
Okay.
I didn't love it, but
It's
it was a
okay.
really, really good
It's like my
movie.
fourth favorite movie.
I
It's a
thoroughly
fourth-
enjoyed it.
I loved it.
I
It was
thoroughly
okay.
enjoyed it.
It was okay.
It was okay. It was okay.
I liked
favorite,
it.
What favorite Quentin Tarantino?
Okay, well,
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp
Inglourious
Fiction without
Basterds.
a doubt.
Of course,
But
Bastards,
honestly, all of them are really.
they are so good.
Mhm.
I
The
just
only one I
watched
haven't
it.
seen is Death Proof.
I haven't seen that one. I just watched
Cool.
Jackie Brown the other day.
That's a good
That was
movie.
good.
That's a
It's
good
good.
movie.
Yeah.
It's sneaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It's not the same as the rest of them. I don't know what it was. Once upon a time in Hollywood, just hit me.
Me
It was
too.
a good
I
movie.
liked it a lot.
I think
It
it's
was a
'cause I
good movie.
didn't
Yeah.
expect
I
it.
really liked it. In the ending.
The ending was
ending
beautiful.
It was glorious. It was glorious.
It was. not
Also, Brad
Inglourious,
Pitt
but it
killed
was-
his role.
He did.
Yes.
He's so cool.
Mhm.
He's
He's
so
cool.
cool.
He's cool.
Undeniably cool. Undeniably cool. Okay, sorry. We're back. See, this is what I'm talking about. I told you in the interview questions. I'm jumping all over the place.
It's
the
okay.
ADD or the MADD. or the ADHD, or the DAD, Dad?
Dad?
Is that a thing?
You got
Where?
Dad, is that you?
Dad?
Where?
Dad?
What's that?
Dad? Okay, where were we on the story? We were talking about Smitty,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
and we are talking about you're transitioning from a metalhead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we were in a band before this called Public Access,
Love it.
which was the four of us, including one member named Marika Levy,
Yes.
and she was our vocalist for a little while. We played a couple shows here and there. It was really good, but you know, it came to a point. She let us know. She's like, you know, guys, this isn't really my thing. Sorry, you know.
No.
So you know, I'm just not feeling it anymore. You know, no hard feelings. We
Yeah,
still
yeah.
love her. We still talk to her. But then
Yeah.
from that birthed Gone Before Us,
Yes.
and
Where'd the name come from?
wasn't it
No,
Charlie?
No, it was
Wasn't
my
it your
brother.
brother?
We
Yeah.
were all
Oh,
eating
yeah,
at,
yeah.
we were all eating at Panera, and my brother just said it, and we were like, "Hey, that's pretty cool."
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's a dope name.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Thank you.
Okay,
Shout
sorry.
out to Caleb.
Shout
Shout out to Caleb.
Caleb, don't know where you are. Love you, bud.
We love Caleb.
We
We
love
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 Caleb.
him.
But,
All of them.
Yeah, once Marika left, we were like, okay, well, what now? And then they were all like, well, who can sing the best out of the four of us? And everyone was like, this guy. And
We
I was like,
were-
oh no, I just
No, we
Yeah,
did the
yeah.
nose go.
We
thing,
already
Logan was
recorded
last.
the first song off our album.
Yes.
We recorded Meat, but we had no vocals, so we were kind of in a pinch to find the next
Yeah.
vocalist.
I cried during
Yeah.
recording Meat.
That's
Really?
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. He was sobbing while he was playing the Happier Little Bird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just from nerves?
No, I
Or
don't
just-
know.
It was a
what
lot
was
of,
it.
heavy.
Well,
happened.
Long, heavy day.
It was a very long, heavy day,
Yes.
and I was just kind of stressing out. I kind of
Oh
had
my gosh.
a bit of a mental breakdown.
It
But,
happened in the studio, man.
yeah. But you know, I pushed through, and you know,
You did.
it was
You
all
guys
good.
Over a year ago.
That was over a
No,
year
it's
ago.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Where'd you guys record?
For
Junkyard.
me, we recorded at John McJunkin, the man himself.
Ooh.
Shout out to
The
John.
producer.
His own Shabby Road studio.
Okay. Love it.
And
For one session.
for
though,
one session, yeah. And then for the rest, we recorded at Lazy Ape. Shout out to Lazy Ape. They're the John's the best dude ever.
Other John.
Other
Other
John.
John.
Other John from Lazy Ape. John McJunkin, you're
Common
great
name.
too, but other John from Lazy Ape, you're awesome.
John's got ice, bro.
Yeah, John does have
He's
eyes.
the coldest producer in the game.
Yeah, but so we recorded there at Lazy Ape for the rest of the 5 songs.
Love it.
Yeah.
And it sounds great. The sound is incredible. It sounds,
thank you.
it's a good record. Sometimes when local bands do stuff, I'm like, okay, I can tell that's local. You hear talent, but you're always like, okay, I can hear it. And I think the scene here is actually pretty good. I was thinking back
Agreed.
in Utah, I heard some stuff and you're like, man, that's the best we can do. This is
I
pretty
know, yeah.
But overall, it seems pretty, everybody sounds good. And you guys have put out something incredible. I really dig it.
We
a lot.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you
What
so
is,
much.
there's a scorpion right there. You see that?
Oh my god.
Oh, I hate
Can I get
scorpions.
him with the mask? Oh,
I don't like killing things on air. This is a snuff film now. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't like that. I didn't like that.
F.
I just
Poor
didn't want
guy.
that thing to jump in my bed and
Oh,
sting me on the ball sack.
That's what happened to my grandma. So next question.
No.
I'm not taking any more questions at this time.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, sorry. What was chronologically? How did you write the songs?
Actually,
Just kind of happened.
it just
Wait,
kind
you
of
mean
happened.
like during writing or during recording?
Writing. So, like, what was the
Oh,
first song? Was it?
It was
well,
like,
that's
if you don't
first.
mind.
Okay, if you don't-
And actually, the first song on the EP
Yes.
was the last song we wrote.
Wow. No
Mhm.
way.
Tattoos, we all wrote together.
Mm-hmm.
Smitty wrote the grounds by himself, and I wrote
Love it.
all the other songs.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Nice. How does the writing process
Well,
go?
actually, for most of it, like Logan did write most of the music himself, but what he would do, he would like take it to practice, and I would kind of add like my little lead.
Yeah.
Where Ethan would come.
I built
Yeah.
the bass, and then they add on to it.
He made the song, we just played it.
Yeah.
I love it. That's great. How do you structure things? Do you just find something that you find catchy, or like, oh, this sounds like a good riff, and then you start with the music and then come up with the lyrics?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Put it
I
afterwards.
for some reason I have a really hard time writing lyrics and then writing the music. It's a lot easier
Yeah.
for me to write the music first.
Man, you got the chin for it. I'll tell you
Oh.
what.
I
Move
can
over
play
Ben
Batman.
Affleck. He's gone now. Who is it? Robert Pattinson
Robert
now?
Pattinson.
What do you think about Robert Pattinson playing Batman?
I don't know if I
don't
agree
know who
with
that
that.
is.
He's the guy from Twilight.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
See,
I
but here's the
know.
thing,
See, he
you
was-
can't
he
think-
was
Christian
like-
Bale
he-
Batman was so
He would make a
good.
good
So-
Bruce Wayne, I think, but I don't think he'd make a good Batman.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's,
I
yeah,
like that.
that I
I'm
agree
gonna, I'm
with
gonna
that.
say when Heath Ledger became the Joker,
Oh.
Heath,
Heath.
we were close.
We were
me and
close, yeah.
Heath. Okay. When he became the Joker, I was like, "There's no way." The guy from Knight's Tale, and he killed him.
Yeah,
So
that's
I've
true.
learned
That's
to
true.
give him some time, and I didn't think Bruce.
Ben Affleck.
Thank you. I was gonna say Bruce Willis. I have no idea. Bruce Wayne.
Bruce
whatever.
Willis.
You know what? We'll edit that in post. I didn't think that Ben Affleck was going to do a good job in Batman vs Superman, but I actually didn't think he did a bad job overall. I didn't love it,
Yeah.
but overall, I
I
wasn't
can respect
I wasn't like, oh, that was terrible. That was a train wreck. And the second one, Justice League, that was a train wreck.
That was a train.
That was a
I
really
never
bad
even saw
movie.
Justice League.
You don't need to.
Yeah.
I don't
It,
plan on it.
I did just to see how bad it was, and it
Gone
was,
Before Us
I didn't
doesn't
love it.
support Justice League.
We don't support Justice League.
Even though you're wearing a Batman mask.
Oh crap! I was gonna. Oh no! We were talking about the right parts. How did you come up to then? When you're writing lyrics, what's some of the process to help you write those and get past that?
So,
I'm not gonna say writer's block.
For
I hate that
this
word.
album, it was I wrote most of the lyrics. Logan wrote the. Oh no! So Marika, our old band member, she wrote the lyrics
Most of
to.
them.
She
every
three-
one of the songs except Tattoos.
and the ground. I wrote the
Oh,
ground.
and yeah, Ethan wrote
And
the
then
grounds.
we all went one night. We just went to Water and Ice, and we just wrote the tattoos in a letter.
Shout out to Water and Ice.
Shout
Shout
out to
out
Water
to
Nice. Shout out to Water Nice.
Bro, should we tell the tattoo story?
Yes, please
No.
tell the tattoo story.
Well, see, if they go to our show, they've probably
Yeah,
heard the
that is
story, you know.
Okay, you gotta come to the show on
Yeah,
Friday.
come to the show to
to
hear
hear
the
the
story
story.
about tattoos and a lanyard. It's a
Yeah.
great story.
You gotta hear the show. You gotta come. Some of your favorite bands in the area.
Oh,
In the
dude,
area?
Okay,
In the
honestly,
area.
I really, really like the music scene here. Every band we've played with and every band I've listened to, I've
Very
been like
supportive.
Mm-hmm.
something
Yeah.
I really like.
They're amazing
Yes.
people.
Soul is
Yes.
great, Red December's great.
Oh,
I love
yeah.
both those
Oh,
bands.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
awesome.
Sad Dance Party, local punk band,
Tracing
great.
Faces.
Tracing Faces, Not Confined,
I met Tracy Bates.
Big Blue.
Oh,
The
the
Big
Big
Blue.
Blue is
You guys
great.
play with
Turtle
them
to death.
31st.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
we're
are
with
playing
the
with them.
Rebel.
Yeah,
At the
yeah.
Rebel Lounge.
Love
It's a
Rebel.
good lineup, right?
It is
Oh,
a good
yeah.
line.
Big Blue, 2000 Foot
I feel like
Turtle,
we missed
us,
Essence.
and then Red December at the end.
That's great.
Oh yeah.
Red December, so good.
I know.
They are good.
Awesome people.
Uh,
Oh, Pop Still Stick Airport as well.
Oh
like
yeah.
them.
I like them.
I heard of them through you guys. One of the shows. I think. I
The
don't know if they
Fleet
played.
Fest.
Yeah.
Did they play with you guys?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, they played us.
Well, we
I
played
played
two
two
shows
shows with them.
You played through and that, and I heard them through you guys.
Mhm.
They're good.
You guys, yeah, you guys are very supportive of the local scene too.
Yeah.
Which I love. I love it. I love that about that. Okay, we got a couple more questions for you. We're gonna go through this. I want to ask some personal questions.
Ooh.
Ooh. Can't
Can't get personal.
Okay. Charles.
Oh god.
Oh no. Oh
It's
no.
not gonna be that hard.
I'm
Okay.
up to bat. What's up?
What? Okay, so you just started playing bass how long ago?
I guess around 2 years ago.
Around 2 years ago. That's insane. You have such like a cool, fat sound.
Yeah.
Who are some of the groups that you look, let's say, maybe not just local, we'll broaden a little bit, somebody where you're like, man, I really like that bass sound. Just something that you're trying to emulate. Maybe somebody that you just do it yourself.
I'm a mix of Bootsy Collins and Playboy Cardi.
Oh, damn. Okay. Didn't expect that answer.
He's trying to be quick.
I love that answer. Do you have anything that's on your rig?
Okay,
Incredible.
so I have just a regular TC Electronic
Love it.
250 watt amp.
Damn.
I got like a Sans amp bass driver. I got a tuning pedal. I've got a big muff, but I just got a new bass. It's a Schecter.
Ooh, and it's nice.
It is
I
nice.
know.
I love
I
it.
like it. I like it.
I love that. Is there anything when you're listening, when you're playing it, something that I was gonna say that I like about the songs when I listen back through them the past few days? I really dig that it has like its own melody to the bass line. It's not just playing.
Oh,
just
I
like
know. What
listening.
you
Yeah.
mean,
You know what I mean? Like it's its own instrument,
Mhm.
and I really can't stand when a bass player is just playing that. I understand when it happens, especially if it's like we're subbing this guy in real quick.
I think
But-
it happens because like I just don't have the time to learn the song.
No, but that's what I'm saying. No, you do a good job of adding, not just playing the root note. It has like a melody to it and everything. And
He's
I-
really good, yeah.
You are very good with that thing.
Thank you.
What else do you? What are some of your other passions? What are other things that you like to do?
I play hockey.
Nice. What position?
I play defense.
Nice. You like to hit people.
I do like to
He
hit.
does.
They call him the wall.
The wall.
Yeah.
The Great Wall of America.
I guess so.
Didn't flow. I didn't like that. We'll edit that one in post too.
The Great Wall of Charles.
The Great Ones. You should. You
Man
wanna
with
host your
blue
own show?
helmet.
Yeah.
You
I
should.
love it.
You got. You
Here,
did
I'll
great.
take your seat.
There you go, right there. We're gonna switch over. Okay, that's great, man. And you noticed when we were talking about the camera that we're filming on, you seemed like you knew quite a bit about that. What
Well-
are some things? Do you know a little bit about filming?
I'm kind of into just like technology, I guess.
Love it.
Whenever we make demos, I'm the kind of the guy on the laptop, just putting everything together, miking everything up,
Yes.
just trying to get a really good sound. I'm trying to get these guys all versed in it so that when me and him go up to NAU, because we're the rhythm section, so all we
Yes.
got to do when writing a song is just record the rhythm section. We can then like send the files out to wherever, to them at home,
Yes.
and they can
Keep
just
it going.
they can just record over it and then send it back to me.
That's
And
great.
we can just like get it all done.
You guys both going to NAU then?
Yeah, we're
Yeah, we're
roommates.
rooming.
No way. That's great. That's great.
Super excited.
It all started with that lunchroom. And crazy. How
I
that
guess so.
Yeah,
It's crazy how that
it's
happened.
crazy how it happened.
What are you, Ethan? What are you studying in school?
I'm studying business economics.
Love that. That's a great answer. Great answer. Yes. What are some of the things that you do to keep tight? You sound really good on the album. You're keeping everything tight and concise. What are some things that you do as a drummer to keep in shape?
So, I have this practice routine that I usually do. I usually practice with a metronome when I'm on my own.
I love that.
And, I got inspired by the for the drummer
What
for
are
Hella and Death Grip, Zach Hill.
Nice.
To I just saw a video of him doing like a 7-minute drum solo, and instead of like a melodic drum solo, he's just going absolutely ham on the drums. And after that, I just wanted to
Did
really
you say absolutely going ham?
yeah, going
Absolutely.
absolutely, and
Categorically.
after that, I just got inspired. I'm like, man, I want to build my endurance. So like
Yes.
every single day, I like just go crazy on the drums for as long as I'm physically able to,
Like
until
a
I'm just like absolutely
freaking
just
whiplash.
pooped. Yeah, basically.
Love it.
And I go over our songs, whenever we have band practice.
Mhm.
But I just kind of like to jam and learn new stuff.
I love it. I love it. Do you do you have a pretty big kit, or is it? That sounds bad.
He does. Oh, his
oh,
kid is huge.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Keep practicing
You
until
gotta-
you can't anymore.
They
I
don't
was
call
like,
him,
you
they don't
sing
call
it,
him Big
but-
Barry for nothing.
Hey, keep the cameras going long enough, and you'll see it.
You'll see it. You'll see it. There we go. Okay. Is there any piece of equipment on the kit that you're like, why do I even bring this?
My snare drum
Your snare drum?
and my hi hat.
Your hi-hat?
I'd
Yeah.
say the seat.
What are you doing?
Yeah,
Like,
see.
what are you usually with in your seat? Your throne. I don't even need this. I'm standing up the entire time.
No,
If you notice that every Gone Before show, he's never sat down ever.
It's those
He
quads.
kind of just floats like
Yeah.
over the kid. Yeah.
Above the rest of it. I love that. That's great, man.
Yeah.
That's great. Incredible. Incredible. When do you guys head out then?
What?
we head out next Thursday, the 22nd.
I know.
When you keeping it good.
Oh
We're keeping
yeah.
it all good. We have a show like every
Don't
single
break
month.
it up.
Yeah, no,
Oh, we don't
we
plan-
originally were worried. We were like, we're gonna have to take a hiatus. We don't know how we're gonna get this
But
to
you
work.
kind of found out.
But we found the way,
Yeah.
you know.
We've got hella shows coming up. We're gonna play at the Mesa Music Festival.
No way.
Yeah, and Punk Fest too, which is really cool.
You guys.
And then we might be going on tour in the spring.
Oh.
I know.
I love it.
Hey, that's on the low.
That would be
That's on the down.
Nobody
On the
talk
down.
about it that
Hey,
low.
get rid of that.
All
vote.
10
wait,
people that
wait, what are
watch
we
this
talking
show, nobody talk about it.
What are we talking about?
Yeah, wait, what are we? Wait, where am I?
Wait,
What?
Who are you, bro?
What? Jay! What do you have on your rig, man?
Oh
What-
crap.
let's talk-
Okay.
Let's talk pedal
Oh
boards.
man, pedal boards. Okay, so I got my so for distortion, I mainly just use my orange. The head I like that distortion a lot, but I have a chorus
I knew he was
pedal
gonna say that.
that I use that for as an overdrive pedal and a chorus pedal.
No
all thanks
way!
To, thanks to this guy. So that makes a really good clean tone and distortion tone.
Yeah,
But when I play with my Jackson,
Mhm.
I'll use a big muff for rhythm tone.
I love it.
But with my Schecter, I mostly just use the amp distortion.
Nice. Do you have a pedal that you never touch, but somehow it's still on the pedal board? I
Oh.
have this reverb pedal that I like never used,
Well, I have like
and a flanger, and I was like, why do I even have this? And then I eventually just took it off.
I
That
only
was
have like
2 weeks ago.
4 pedals. I use them all.
Yes,
Yeah.
good for you, man. I like to keep it nice,
Yeah.
clean, concise. Love it, man. Favorite song to shred on that you guys have?
Oh my god. Okay, so
That's yours.
okay.
And then we'll go to cover in just a
I
second.
love playing the police state solo at the end. That's one of my favorite things ever, especially
so.
just the end part,
Yes.
like the arpeggio sequence. I love it. But we have this song that's gonna be on our new EP.
Oh!
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Did you just say new EP?
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Not insane. But so I wrote a solo for that, and I'm really proud of it right now. I might like it more than the police state one.
Okay.
It's nice.
And,
It is a
yeah,
good
I
song.
have like this one sequence I do at the end because I learned the beat it solo recently, and
Okay.
like I'm gonna get a little theory here, but Eddie he does like
Oh,
his tap.
no.
Shut up.
Oh no.
You know what? He does like
Get
these
out
cool
of
like tapped arpeggio things, and I basically just tried to implement
Are
that,
you
but in like
sweating through your
harmonic
jeans?
minor.
Love
I
it.
really like how
Well,
it sounds.
I'm like,
I love it.
oh, my
Yeah.
hands
Dude,
are-
how did you
legs are so
learn
wet.
the little bit?
You're what?
You sound
My
like you
legs
know
are
a
so
lot.
wet. What is
How did
this?
you learn, or what was the process to learn that and then apply it as well?
Well, I've been taking guitar lessons for around 2 years now, and it basically just I learned everything there that like I would have never thought to have taught myself.
Yes.
And like by learning it, it just opened like
Yes.
a whole new world for me, and I was just like I would just kind of my best way of practicing is by writing.
Yes.
So I would like be writing a solo, and I would be like, okay, I've just learned like this chord progression.
Mhm.
Let's kind of try to do that, but with just like arpeggios and make it really fast
Yes.
and shreddy, and that's kind of how Police State came about.
I love
like
it.
the end sequence. Of it.
That's great, man.
Yeah.
Great guitarist. You guys gotta check this out. My boy,
Yes.
Mr. Logan. Favorite one to sing?
My favorite song to sing, honestly, if you don't mind.
That's
That's such a fun song to play live.
Yes.
And when we first originally wrote it, we were kind of like, oh, this song it's not hard, we don't like it, but
Yes.
over time, I think it's really grown on us. And
It
it's
fits
just,
in the EP
Yeah,
really well.
it does.
I remember it coming, and for some because of the placement in it as well, that was another thing that I was like, oh, I really like this song.
it's nice, and it's such a ballad, it's such
Yes.
a just, I hope one day, we can play a show where, like, we have the crowd, singing along with it. I think that'd be
it
so
would
cool.
really cool.
It's probably my favorite song, or Crust Bucket, but that's a cover by the Frights, but that's a really fun song to play too.
I bet it is. I
Yeah.
bet it is.
If you don't mind, live is like probably one of my favorite songs.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Especially
and
just the end.
we've added some new things to it. We've added a couple new things to a couple of the songs to
I
make
dig
the
it.
shows a little more interesting.
Yes, yes.
I'm really excited for Friday.
What are some things that you like to do on stage to keep the crowd engaged?
I really just like talking to people and
Yes.
just like I want it like when I do shows I want it to make it seem like I'm their friend. I want it to
Yes.
make it seem like I'm an accessible person,
Mhm.
And so I just talk to them like I'd be talking to you or
Yes.
anybody else, and it seems to work really well. And
You
I
do a
always
good job doing
like I always like to, we played at the Nile recently and it was something that I've never done before, but I was like, all right, are you guys ready on the count of 3? Let's all scream!
Yeah, yeah.
And it got them all super hyped up.
I
And
love
it
it,
was
man.
so much fun. It
That's
was cool.
great. That's
And
great.
it's just fun, because I'm like a huge goofball, and it's really nice to just be super goofy.
You gotta do it.
I'm a clown.
Yeah, that's what the sexy clown. Like
Fancy
Channing
clown.
Tatum. Don't know
Oh.
about that one. Yeah, I didn't love saying that when it came out of my mouth. Sexy though.
Thank you. What are you trying to say?
I mean,
Dean,
I'd
what
take-
are we?
I'd pay.
You tap?
Hey! Once the interview's over, we got a full
Yes.
house.
Hey.
Yes.
You got the candles lit?
Yes, we do have the candles lit. Ambiance. It's off camera. I like setting. It's like Stanley Kubrick stuff going.
Oh yeah.
Switching over to front man. Was that hard for you to
Yes.
do that?
Oh my gosh, yes. It was because we were in the middle of recording our EP, right? And like all of a sudden they're just like, hey, we need you to do the vocals, and
Yes.
it's like, oh, okay. And like at the time, I've been singing for a really long time, but I never really like tried to practice or get better. I just
Yeah.
kind of do it for fun, and then I just like started grinding super hard. I practice all the time,
Yes.
and I really just went down at it, and
Mhm.
it was definitely a hard switch, but I think it's good,
Yeah,
It
it
was fun.
sounded great, man.
Thank you.
Sound great. Okay, we'll go for across the couch. Favorite lyric that you guys have?
Probably something in Snuffbox.
I like my favorite lyric personally is in Tattoos and a Lanyard. And
Okay.
it's he
This
clearly
is
only
mine as well.
he clearly only just wants top. He'll use you once and then he'll stop.
I love it.
It's perfect. It's
Yeah.
That's
perfect.
great. That's great. And yours the same?
That's mine.
Yeah, it really matches the theme,
It does. It does. from Snuffbox?
Oh, well, that's a song we haven't released yet, but
Tell them the lyric we have released.
I don't actually know exactly how it goes.
Don't even know our own song.
You don't even know.
But basically,
Wow.
it's about Rowley eating the cheese from Diary of a Wimpy Kid. That, or maybe in the chorus we say Blue Crocs. That's pretty fun.
Blue Crocs.
Yeah.
When is the new? Can I ask you questions about the new EP?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Have you started any recording?
Soon.
Soon.
Sunday.
You got
Soon.
scratch tracks.
We
soon?
have-
We
we
have
have
a
a
demo. It's
Demos.
the demo's done, and we're
Good.
going to John's house Sunday
I
to
love
start
it.
I thought it
recording.
was Saturday.
Scratch tracks. I don't get what. It's a common mistake. I feel like that a lot of bands make, where they go in and they're just like, okay, we're gonna do the first. You're like, if you record scratch tracks, you just save so much time.
Yeah.
Everybody kind of knows
It's a rough
what they're
draft.
doing. It's a rough
It's a
draft.
rough draft.
It needs to be pretty close to. I mean, it should be in time.
Yeah.
And you just need to like. It just saves so much time. It saves so
Oh, yeah.
like
It really
because
does.
everybody wants to experiment, and the studio should be a place to experiment a little bit,
Mhm.
but you should also have it. It just saves a lot of
Yeah,
time. It takes
and
a lot
money.
of stress and a lot of money.
Yes.
Yes, it just does. It does. Okay, sorry. So you're going into John. Do you have a name, a tentative title for it?
No.
We did.
Not yet.
No,
No.
not yet.
How many
It's
songs you thinking on the EP?
Four.
Four.
Yeah.
Love it.
4
What
songs.
a release date that you? I'm not saying you have the whole tour, but like that you're one
Probably
Ideally,
before year's
October
end.
or September.
Yeah.
before September. Wow, that's
Well,
No,
not
no,
before.
no.
I said ideally.
Maybe
like,
before October.
okay.
Yeah.
Before.
Maybe after
maybe like
October.
mid-
As
Okay.
soon as we
Little-
possibly can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We're getting. It's going. We got the thing.
It'll
going.
come when it's ready.
I love it. I love that answer. Very political. I love that answer.
Okay.
That's right. Okay.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay.
All right.
I did have one more question. There's another one that I wanted to get. That was it. Which was the hardest one to record? That was the last one on that last thing. I know I jumped all over the place. And then we got our final
Okay.
game.
I don't think Bogan. I think it was the
It
grounds.
was. I think it was the grounds.
Because like
No,
for
we
the
got-
most part, the grounds was pretty easy to record.
Yes.
But you know that super like breakdown
Yes,
at the
the
end.
breakdown.
That
We
was
got that without a click though,
Well,
didn't we? We didn't
no,
have
that
to-
was
we
Bogan.
You
did
did it without a
we
click?
did that
We
without
did
a-
police state with
Dang!
that.
No, I'm pretty sure we
It
did the
sounds
grounds though,
tight.
because I remember like running the breakdown and not
We
producing.
did
Well,
Bogangs without a click. Did we? Didn't we? I
That
don't
was
remember.
no,
I'm
we
pretty
did-
sure we did the grounds.
We did
without a click.
tattoos and
just at least the breakdown.
police state without a click. We did the grounds with a click, but we just went off the click to do the breakdown.
But like,
And then I remember the grounds was the hardest for me though because by the time like it was the end of the day, my foot was just exhausted,
You're just like,
and like I was just like
Shitty
I was
splints.
struggling so much just to like play the basic grounds beat, and I was
Yeah.
just like I was getting so frustrated.
this stuff, sometimes you just gotta be like, I'm
Yeah.
done for the day. I'm not giving it, I'm not gonna get it.
it
to
feel
you.
like that
I need to go back
sometimes.
home. It sucks. You got it, we have, it's okay though. And we also have to
It worked
admit that
out.
when you go into the studio, you gotta be kind to yourself.
Yeah.
You really have to be like, it's nice to bust your friends' balls and stuff like that. I like doing that. But you also have to be a cheerleader.
Mhm.
Like, you're killing it, man. You're killing it. I'm gonna use a lot more expletives when I'm talking for real, but I can't, because Music Theater Philosophy is a family TV show.
It is.
I don't know what
You
you
know,
were
one time
talking
we started
about.
drinking on camera. It's weird. We don't talk about that season 1. It's a dark time. It's a dark time. Okay, I lied. I have one more question. Something as we're all going off. We're going NAU for both you
NAU.
guys. What's the plans coming up the next little bit?
Well, I'm gonna be going to MCC, but while they're
Love
up in NAU, I think me and Smitty are gonna try. We're still gonna play some shows. Like
Yes.
we're thinking of maybe writing our own acoustic songs, maybe
Love
doing acoustic covers,
Keep
still
it
going
going.
out to Sozo's, you know.
Love it.
Because we wanna keep everything going, you
Keep
know,
it fresh.
because
you gotta stay connected in
yeah.
the community. Otherwise,
I think the plan is to have like one show or
A month.
One show a
At
month
least,
in the valley, one show a month in Flag.
Love it.
Mhm.
It's possible.
Mhm.
Oh
You
yeah.
can do it. You can
Definitely.
do it. Make it happen.
Oh,
I
yeah.
want to see it.
Yeah.
I want to see it.
We'll make it
As a
happen.
fan.
Just for you.
Don't please get out. Stop it. I'll be there. Okay. Last thing I was gonna ask. Something that you've learned the past year. I know it's a little sappy, but something that you've learned that you wish if you could go back and tell yourself something for this next EP recording, or just in life in general. Something that you could, if you go back in time and just be like, "Hey, bud, it's gonna be okay," or something like,
I
"Don't
would-
do this."
I
Don't
would
chase
tell
hope.
myself that there's
Don't
no
chase-
need to stress.
No, don't stress. That's a good lesson to learn,
Mhm.
and it's one that you learn multiple times in life. I can tell you
Yes.
straight up.
Fact.
take bass lessons.
You're sounding good, bud.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Man, I don't know. I mean, like, don't be stressed is really good. Just know that when it comes, it'll come.
Yes.
Yeah.
Use the sniper protocol,
Yeah.
not the machine gun protocol.
Ah, I
Yeah.
love that. I love that. That's tight.
I would definitely say. Okay, I would definitely say keep an open mind and just listen to as much music as possible. That would have been really nice for me. Joining the band originally would have made everything much smoother, but I was much more closed-minded then. And now I basically just listen to every genre, and I really try to find influences in everything I listen to.
That's great.
Me too.
I love those answers, guys. Gone Before Us. I love these guys. They're gonna have a lot of stuff in their mouth in just a second.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
sure
we
will.
are.
We're good.
We sure will.
We're going to. This is the challenge for us. Okay. We got some mega stuffed Oreos
Ooh.
and some double stuffed Oreos.
Charlie,
They're pretty much the same. I don't know why they named them differently.
Because
Who can
corporate
fit
America.
the most Oreos in their mouth?
Are we betting?
Let's do a bet.
Honestly, I think it's gonna be Charlie.
It's gonna be Charlie.
Charlie. It'll be
It's
Charlie.
gonna be Charlie.
Everyone give it one.
I got a sweet tooth.
Okay. Okay. There we go.
This
Okay.
one time he ate an entire bar of lotion.
That's a Friday show. There we go. Pass them around.
Oh,
We're gonna have a count.
Man, I love Oreos.
wait, when do we start?
We should also we're counting up. It's not a speed
Oh,
thing.
okay.
We're gonna see how many we can put
Oh,
in
here,
there.
do you want to give it?
We're gonna start with one.
All right, let's go, lads.
Let's go. I'm gonna go grab it.
We don't chew and swallow, right?
No, nobody swallows. This is a classy
We're
show.
classy.
And we're not chewing,
We
right?
don't
No,
swallow.
don't chew them. Don't chew them.
Hey,
You're not
cheers.
allowed to chew. If you chew, you cheat.
Oh,
Wait, we gotta wait for Dean.
Okay.
You guys,
who,
come on.
I have to talk, but I wish we can close it up right here. We're gonna close it up. We're gonna close it up. I'm gonna join it because I want to. You ready? The album. Stop
album!
the You gotta check it out. Spotify, Apple Music. Check it out.
Gone Before
Next
Us.
week,
Nintendo 3DS.
I've got the Big Blues, very own Scott Baum. Baum, dude. Love him.
We love him.
Good friend, great friend, long time friend of the show. Long time friend of the show. Okay, we're starting off. Here we go. I'm not gonna say anything else. One.
Cheers.
Cheers. There you go. One. Don't chew. Let's see how many we can get. One. Two.
Whoa.
Three.